100 naira ko. Estambaseko.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. Today being the 1st of March 2023. Today we'll be looking at recent topics in Lagos State and also across the Federation. I am Olaji Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adiola. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
Alright, let's take a look at the main headlines for the day. Inec declares Tinubu winner of presidential election. Protesters storm National Coalition Center over IREV failure. Let Nigerians vote count, Khan tells Inec. I will be your president, I will be your servant, Tinubu promises Nigerians. Tinubu's victory, take it to court, not the street, Buhari tells Atiku and Obi. Tinubu files suit to restrain Labour Party and PDP from halting results coalition. And the last one, I commend INEC for credible election, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Let's take a look at the details.
INEC declares Tinubu winner of presidential election. The INEC has declared the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Bola Tinubu as the president-elect. Tinubu, a former Lagos State governor, was declared the president-elect after the 70-year-old polled 8,794,726 votes to win the 2023 presidential election. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, announced Tinubu as the winner at the International Coalition Center in Abuja during the early hours of Wednesday. Tinubu won the election ahead of other contenders, the People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar, the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi, and the New Nigeria People's Party candidate Rabi Kwankwaso. The three leading presidential candidates won in 12 states each, while Kwankwaso claimed only Kano State.
Well, after I think we have some comment. After 72 hours of collation and stuff from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, today being Wednesday, they finally declared the winner of the 2023 presidential election. For the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, as well, because it was actually underestimated.
Yeah, it was underestimated.
Some people were even like, he would not be able to pull as much as Kwakwanso's vote. But you notice that he polled 6.1 million, while Atiku, a major contender, polled 6.9, which means he is even in the race. Even for someone to have contested for the first time, and he polls and he wins 12 states. And there are some seats that Labour Party won, some seats in the House of Representatives that he won. I think it's a very big win for Peter Obi. It's a very big win. It has not been done in Nigeria before as a first timer.
For someone that was underestimated,
that
was like mocked that it wouldn't come like second or third in the polling when it comes to the results, and then it did so well. Even the Labour model had to like commend the Labour Party's effort, like that they even really tried. Yesterday. Exactly, they actually commended them like, oh, the Labour Party really tried. They didn't believe they would come this far. But then the INEC has announced the results, so it is left for us to accept the results. Like,
well, either I think it is the process of the collation was not transparent enough. It was not fair enough because INEC said there will be transmission of results from the polling unit and people will be able to view it in real time, which they didn't do. So that is causing a lot of hiccups out there. It is causing problems. So I think INEC just quickly rounded up the results, either collated or not collated or not uploaded. They just quickly rounded it up and declared the winner. That anybody who does not like it should go to court. But you will notice that this court that they are saying that they should go to is the same Supreme Court that gave winning to someone, that gave a ticket to someone who didn't participate in primary. So people have actually lost confidence in the court.
Whoa.
We have lost confidence in the court already. So I think INEC here is not being so transparent as what they said. Had it been they didn't bring beavers into the picture and they didn't bring IREV, that is just the normal stuff, I think the people wouldn't feel so disappointed, because people actually came out to vote because of the beavers. The beavers worked in Osun State. As at 9 p.m. on that election day in Osun State, about 90% of the results were online. But as at 3 days, as at yesterday, we don't even have up to 60% of the result online. And some results, I think in Ekiti or something, you instead of the result, I'm just saying a lady's picture. In the result, it should be showing the result of that particular polling unit, but someone else's picture was showing there. So I think on this one, INEC has not really done well. They've actually betrayed Nigerians. We expected so much from them based on what they promised us. But Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has been declared already. So now like this, I think there will be a lot of court processes out there. There will be a lot.
Don't you think Nigerians are going to come out to protest?
Well, I think they would come out, but I would say that it is not safe
to come out
to protest, because we have seen so far so good that in Nigeria here, according to the Nigerian setting, how many protests have really yielded results?
No.
They would tag that protest, an insurrection. They might even say they're IPOB people. They might even say like hoodlums.
Yeah.
They would tag them anything and then get all of them arrested. Then they will give them bad names. They're the ones trying to bring chaos into the society. So I think now it's just the court that they can still go to.
Okay, we have some comments here. Mr. Ademola Atsonda said, "Good day, guys, and happy new month."
Yeah,
happy new month to you too. Nigeria Future said, "INEC have imposed Tinubu on Nigerians."
It's as good as saying that.
Gladys Oyabo said, "Happy new month to you all watching from ATL USA." Yeah. Well done, guys. Thanks so much for keeping us abreast of happenings in our motherland. Make Cash now said, "The world is laughing at you all. Nigeria, shame." Daddy said, "The will of God Almighty must be done. All is well." Make Cash said, "Fulani does not want Tinubu to tell the world fake Buhari is president of Nigeria." Ademola Atanda said, "Labour Party wins the election."
Yeah. We notice that there are a lot of discrepancies in the election. There's a particular place, I think in Gombe State and Bauchi State, a particular result I saw, both PDP, APC and Labour Party had the same figure. The same figure in Gombe State, the particular polling units in Gombe State and Bauchi State. I was just like, it is not possible. How can PDP, Labour Party and APC have the same figure in different polling units in different states? It is not just possible. So they were not really as transparent enough, and it will in turn cause problems. Although Peter Obi is here to really speak on the issue of what's it called? He's here to speak on this issue on the process of INEC. He's here to speak on it. But so far so good. Even the PDP, they are not okay with it. The Zenith Labour Party, a lot of political parties.
Are not okay, because I don't know, maybe something was happening in the camp of the coalition center or something like that, because the way the thing was being done, the breaks, I don't understand, like the breaks was kind of too much. They were going on breaks, like breaks on breaks. I was like, what's happening? Can't they just announce, do this collation immediately and then announce the winner immediately? Well, INEC has done their own.
But I don't think it's really about the breaks. It is just because the people were unable to see the results as the election was going on. There's nobody who would have this spirit of patriotism in Nigeria, and you actually invested your time to come out and vote and even risk your life safe, because some people were threatened. Some polling units were actually affected by hoodlums and thugs as well. So you've risked your life personally. You put your life on the line to come out and vote. So you now got to get back into your house, and then you are seeing series of different results. I think by this kind of election, even for the governorship election, there would be a very low turnout. There are some people that they have their voters card for so many years now, but they are yet to vote. They've not voted before. But this election was their first time of voting. How can you now convince those people to come out and vote again? It's not possible. Because even me personally now, I'm just having this.
So reluctant.
You will be very reluctant. You feel like the last election, did our votes counted? It didn't count. That's how you would feel. You just feel like, okay, let them just go and install anybody they want to install there. Let me continue my life personally. At least What have the government been giving to the citizens? What have anyone personally been benefiting, or the normal average man on the street? What have they been giving to them? You provide your life for yourself, you provide your water, you provide almost everything. You provide almost anything. Even if they have access to regulate oxygen, they would have regulated it. But thank God, man is not God and God is not man.
Okay. On the next one, protesters storm National Collation Center over Rev failure. Protesters yesterday morning stormed the National Collation Center for the 2023 general election at International Conference Center in Abuja over the failure of the Inec to upload election results on the Inec results VIN portal. The protesters with placards with inscriptions such as INEC keep your promise, bring back IREV, no IREV, no collation, Nigeria is not for sale, we must fight for justice. President Muhammadu Buhari, keep your promise, our vote must count. Also expressed their displeasure with the election results and the failure of the commission to upload the election results electronically.
So like I said, that right now I wouldn't advise anybody to go out there to protest. Because if you come out to protest now, the police officers and soldiers that didn't really protect you during the election would now come out and be against you.
Exactly.
They might not even arm you, but they would arrest all those people that would be protesting. And they will call them insurrectionists, secessionists, like they don't want Nigeria to be together, or they are being instigated by a particular party or a candidate. They would find a name to tag them. So right now, I don't think the option is to protest. Though the court, I can't really vouch for the court, because so far so good now, we've not even seen any act of justice in the court. Because there are a lot of police brutality, killings out there, whereby even if you go to the court for anything, if you don't know somebody who knows somebody up there, it will just be, they would keep on adjourning the case till you get tired. But I think on this one, there are so many evidences out there, and I think Labour Party would be going to the court, even with all other political parties as well, to seek justice.
But do you think them going to the court will make them win their, probably they are going to win the case against the APC?
Yes, there's probability they can win the case. They can still win the case if they go to court. If they prove,
we are talking about Tinubu here.
If they can prove more than reasonable doubt, if there is so much evidence in it, they can only, keep adjourning the case.
Is it the same Supreme Court that they will go to?
Of course, they can challenge the Supreme Court. That's what I believe in.
Okay.
All hope is not lost yet. Though I just see the system is just, to me personally, I think the system is just rigged already. Like Nigerians are now against the whole system.
Exactly.
Not against one man, not against a faction.
The system entirely.
Against the whole entire system. So it would really be hard to even get justice from the courts.
Okay.
Daily Farrington even said yesterday that he is not, regardless of who they declare as the winner, that if they declare Bola Tinubu, he's not even ready to go to any court, because what they are doing there is something else. They can't even call it, even sorry, even as a lawyer in Nigeria now, as a practicing lawyer in Nigeria, who is very sensible and reasonable. So far so good now, there are some things that you would hear and you will feel like, God, this is not the same law that I read that these people are reading. Because this person didn't participate for election. How did this person got the senatorial ticket? And I think, which state is it safe? Maybe someone even took fourth in the election, but he later became the governor. I was just like, what's going on in this place? But you can see, I would always say this is Nigeria. The system is nothing to write home about. Okay,
the comments we have here, Nigeria Future said, INEC is a big threat to our democracy. Olanrewaju Richard said, God will rescue Nigeria. Amen. Muhammad Umaru Ali said, this isn't a quest, but subjection. Olanrewaju said, again, you guys are doing wonderfully well. Thank you. But either they want or not, God will do his will on Nigeria. Atsonda Alimola said, which achievement Nigerian achieved from this APC government that will make Nigerian citizens vote for them? Ibukun Ob Okiogene said, our almighty God will make everything work for good. Ademola said, in security systems, fraud price, shame on INEC. Which court that has been compromised already? That is coming from Udeze Chima.
That's true. The court has been compromised already. So I think Nigerians now, the average Nigerian on the street now that has, invested his hope in the system before through beavers, their hope has been dashed now. It will be very hard to, convince anybody to even believe in one Nigeria anymore. because you feel like these people are just installing themselves. It's just like a circle. It's just like I'm seeing this this thing as like a cult. You have to break in. You have to get initiated into their circle before they allow you to either become a president or take something.
With this result of this election now, they are trying to make Nigerians look irrelevant. Like their thoughts, their opinions don't really count.
Doesn't really.
They will
count,
keep ranting and nothing will be done about anything.
They know. For the 8 months, the 8 month ASU strike, students were out there protesting. What was the outcome? Nothing. ASU, what's it called? Delay of salary, payment of non-payment of salaries of lecturers. They came out and protest. What was done? Nothing. Even right from inception, from 1999 to date, how many problems has protest solved? None. So now Nigerians are even feeling, the average Nigerian who voted for either PDP or Labour Party, they are feeling helpless now. Because where can you run to seek justice? And I think bringing God into this matter is just something else. It's just like a kind of way to pacify yourself. Like God will fight for me something. I always say something to some people. I tell people that we should know how the system works. Even if you have good intention, if you know that good intention can't make you to claim this power, that it is through rigging or through a bad means, learn how to play in the ugly way. Learn how to win ugly. Because it is when you've studied this system that okay, this system is open, it is fair, then you can win on a fair ground. But if you know this system is rigged against you already, then learn how to hack the system. Even if you might have a good intention, but you have to hack your way into the office. So that is what we actually saw. You saw that there are some states whereby there were video evidences of violence.
Of course, of violence.
Video evidences.
There was a man saying, if you know you're not for APC, please leave this place.
Exactly.
Just imagine.
So if everybody is putting that same energy into it, then let everybody be mad together now. At least nobody should have the monopoly of violence or the monopoly of intimidation. Let everybody have the same thing, then we'll feel like it is balanced. And anybody who wins will be like, okay, you are the smartest here, or you're the one that can rig most. Because I've seen this Nigerian election as like a game of rigging. It is the person who knows how to rig most that always win. They always win. That's just it. You can't just win with just clear mind and clear conscience. With the way I've seen it so far, so good.
Okay. Let Nigerians' votes count. Khan tells Inec. Christian Association of Nigeria has called the Inec to do all within its scope of authority to ensure that the vote of Nigerians as expressed through the ballot during last that the national leadership of Khan has noted with deep concern who described the election as vital for Nigeria's stability and democratic consolidation, said that the process must be conducted and concluded safely, fairly and credibly.
Khan. Well, it's only normal for Khan to come out to say INEC should make the process transparent and also free and fair. And it is normal for INEC to do that. But we have noticed so far so good that INEC was just rushing the process, just to declare somebody as the winner. They didn't even care about the agitations of Dino Melaye and the 10 other party agents who angrily stormed out of the place. They didn't care. And Ahmed Lawan came out to say that to even, would I say, interpret or misinterpret the law, the Electoral Act. He said it is only transmission of results. They said they would do. They're not saying that they would be able to. They would be, cross-checking if it is the same thing, because what is causing the issue now is the non-transmission of the result. That is what is causing the issue, because you have nowhere to cross-check or confirm the ones these agents are bringing from the state to Abuja to the collation center. Had it been they've cross-checked it from the results that is on IREV, people can still go back. By now, we should still have all the results. Had it been this thing is free and fair. But I think the INEC actually miscalculated. INEC was actually sure that, okay, this thing would work. But considering the fact that both in Osun and Ekiti, it was just a 2-horse race between APC and PDP. in Osun and Ekiti. So I think they left it open for everybody. So who knows how to rig best will be able to just win, or who knows how to has now shared the vote. It's just like a force in the picture. So now they were now like, once they realize that Peter Obi is just leading all of them, they will try to clamp down on the system, because they have the back end, they have access to the back end of the RF server. So if anything should happen to the server, that means they did it. That's the meaning. They have access to it. If it doesn't work, that means someone somewhere has disabled it. And when they said it doesn't work, I have someone who actually did APO in a particular state like that, in Edo State. He said while they were uploading the senatorial results, it went through. The House of Rep, it went through. But it came to the president, it didn't go. They now had to upload it offline, which means it wouldn't show. Nobody will see it online. It will be there, but nobody will be able to see it because it is offline upload. You see, we know, an average Nigerian knows that this process of everything is not okay. It is just so very, very, very clear. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. So I think Inec now, his responsibility. Even after Dino Melaye played a video of where he has assured that the beavers would work, that they would not themselves undermine and even rubbish all the works they have done. They collected about 300 billion for this thing. I mean, is it 300 billion or 300 million for the Inec for the election, and also the beavers, IREF and the stuff? Billions for preparation. But what has he done today? It's just as if he had just 1 week to prepare, but he had 4 good years. So now it's just Nigerians against the system, and having Nigerian against the system. That's just it. That's just it. I think Inec chairman now should just tender apology letter to everybody and just come out. We just need explanation. Why didn't you do this thing? Why didn't you upload this result in real time as you have promised? Just find something to tell Nigerians, even if it's a lie. Just say something. But now it's just like someone outsmarted you, and he's still coming out with his full chest like, what can you do?
Exactly. Like
that is what an average Nigerian is feeling now.
It has happened.
It has happened. Okay, now where do you want to go to? The court that you are going to now.
We are the one there.
We are the ones there. How do you want to win us in our own comfort zone?
Oh God.
So that's how Nigerians are feeling
really,
now.
Really
they can actually feel their pain.
It's good.
I'm one of them as well.
Okay. I will be your servant, Tinubu promises Nigerians. The president-elect, Bola Tinubu, Wednesday assured Nigerians that he would be the chief servant and serve Nigeria with all he has got. This is as he also appealed to opposition parties and his challengers to join him in his mission to achieve the desired country. Let's collaborate and work together. I promise to work with you, Tinubu said while giving his acceptance speech in Abuja. At the event where his vice president-elect, Kashim Shettima, All Progressive Congress National Chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, and APC governors, among others.
Well.
It's going to be our servant.
If it is that, I think even if you look at Lagos State as a whole, Tinubu is not someone who is, ethnic in nature. He likes to bring everybody close, either regardless of tribe, religion. Some people would say, okay, his wife is a Christian, he is a Muslim as well. Though you can, if you are a politician, you will see it from the political perspective that if he's going towards the Muslim area, he'll be able to convince them, then his wife will be able to cover the Christian population as well. But so far so good, he has not really been, segregating people based on ethnic line. He's just a pure politician. Once your interest with his own interest aligns and you're ready to be loyal, and he also would have something to give back, then he can come. Then it's just like business transaction. You don't segregate. Maybe it's Muslim customers you want, or Christian, or Babalawo customer, or Igbo, Hausa. No. Just come, bring your money, and render service to you, then you go, you're fine, I'm also happy. So I think with that, I think he would actually do that, what he said. Because you look at Lagos State is just a state whereby, there's no tribe you won't even see in Lagos State.
Of course.
In fact, there's no race. There's white men here,
exactly.
Black men, American, so many people. So it's not just someone who is so biased like that, from my understanding. Okay,
we have some comments here. Mr. Udeze said, which court that has been compromised already? Okay, I said that already.
Yeah.
Tinubu knows that court can't do anything. Ben Gab said, when a thief tells you to go to court, just know that his elder brother is the judge.
Yeah.
Ademola said, nothing like one Nigeria. this is the time Nigeria will break up.
Mm.
Eric Bonsu said the Nigeria electoral law should be reviewed because as it stands now, it does not fit for the purpose that it was created, and also it does not serve the voters' rights.
Yes.
Ademola said it's late for the eyes to cry when the head is cut off. Michael Kenson, Tinubu will rule for 4 years and the vice president will rule for 4 years.
Ah, do you understand that one?
I understand.
Okay. Well, I think I would like to say something about, it is late to cry when the head is cut off. That's what I think. I think right now, if I'm being asked to give someone an award for the election, the four major candidates, I won't give it to Tinubu. I won't give it to Atiku. I'll give it to Peter Obi. Do you know why? Because he was completely underestimated.
Oh, of course.
They were seeing him as a social media president.
Yeah.
Like there's no polling unit on the social media. Like 4 people tweeting in the room, and those 4 people won 12 states. And those 4 people have even unseated some people in the house. Some people that have been there for 20 years. They unseated that person. Okay. It's a very big win for them. Very big win.
Do you think after probably 4 years, Peter Obi would want to
I think Peter Obi is not someone who is so desperate to rule Nigeria.
He's just want to bring the change. And
he will just feel like, well, I want to come and serve you people. I tried my best to come and serve. Yeah. But they said it's not my time yet. So let me just go back to my business and continue my life normally.
It's a businessman.
So I think he's not even a thoroughbred politician. A normal politician now would be running skater, going to court and get angry about the results. He's even yet to really address the results per se, and even address obedience out there on what is next to do. So I think Peter will be, with the kind of character I'm seeing in him, I think he won't really take this thing too far. I think it's just to count your gains and your losses, because right now Labour Party didn't lose anything. Yeah. Kind of. From my perspective, they didn't lose anything. They don't have anybody in government before. Now they have people. It's a win for them. They might not really be able to get the presidency, but now they have the structure. What I don't like is the arrogance of the people associated with Tinubu. For example, the arrogance of this lady, Eniola Badmus, I don't like it. Okay. The arrogance of MC Olomo's son, West, whatever his name is, I don't like it. He actually posted something they own Nigeria now. They own Nigeria. Like they are the owner of Lagos State. And mind you, for whoever cares to listen or hear, that someone is still going to be the governor of Lagos State. Well, they are so confident in whatever they are doing. Regardless of what they say, I'll just advise people to overlook all those stuffs. They should overlook it. And I'm looking at it from this angle as well. I think Labour Party has won. They've won. PDP and APC, they are the major contender that people are rooting for. Like, these people would win. You are already known. But for Labour Party to just come out, just 8 months. I swear, they did more than the PDP. They had 6.1 million votes. PDP PDP that had all the whole structure had 6.9 million votes. And then, so far so good from what you have been seeing on social media and the evidences, I think Labour Party's vote was being cut down. It was being reduced. Had this been they have the original vote, they might come second in the race. It was reduced. So I think it's a very big win for Labour Party, and they should just, build on this little foundation that they have already. They should build on it. All their candidates that are in the house, they should create a connection with the people in their constituency. It is when they've created a connection, they feel like, okay, the Peter Obi integrity and the stuff, it is rubbing off on those people that have been elected. They should connect with the people. By the next election, anybody they recommend, people will feel like, because you have worked, we can trust you, then we can trust anybody you bring to us. So, but now, if any one of them don't work, I think the people they'll vote them out. They'll just throw them out of the office. They'll throw them out of the office. So now they have nobody will say Labour Party is a pushover now. Nobody can say that. Even the PDP are now scared. You hear what your Fayose said yesterday. He said all of them now, they are very scared of the Labour Party. The Labour Party has eaten both the liver, the eyes, the nose, the intestine of PDP completely, and is even eating into the APC as well. So I think now it's a big win. It's a very big win. You might not just get the presidency at once like that with just 8 months preparation, but it's a very huge sound. It's very, very loud. Even the APC will feel like, no, Labour Party, Peter will be, don't go there, don't dare them. No,
They all
don't dare
tried.
them.
Nigerians tried. They really came
Nigerians
out.
really tried. No.
No.
It's a big win. It's a big win. I'm seeing it from that perspective. It's a very, very big win for them. They can actually, throw party and celebrate it.
Yeah.
Because nobody expected it from them. They were totally underestimated, even pushed over. Rubbish.
For Reno, Omar to say Labour Party tried.
For Reno.
Reno.
No. Yeah,
Oh my God.
It's a big win for Nigerians. Nigerians can actually build on the momentum of Labour Party.
Yeah.
So by the next election, Labour Party will be a force to reckon with. Like these people have now gone back to the drawing board and they've actually strategized
they
again.
cancel this election and then conduct another one. Labour Party will win.
See, they might not win. Why? Because even Inec has been compromised already. So when you have a referee that has even it's just to change your jersey into the opponent's jersey. You are like a referee. You are the moderator, but you are on one side already. You've picked side. So once the moderator is on one side, is supporting a particular person, then the election can never be free. So they are compromised already. But I think the next election, forget it. It will be a 3-horse race. Nobody will say it's 2-horse race anymore. 3-horse race. Labour Party,
PDP and APC.
I think it's a good one. When you have 3.
I was actually surprised. Even Kwakwanso. I was expecting Kwakwanso to be like, probably the second.
I was expecting Kwakwanso to be the third, and maybe they will say, okay, Labour Party will be the last or something. But even defeated Kwakwanso like completely, it demolished him. So it's a big win. I think obedient out there in Nigeria shouldn't see it as a total loss like that.
Exactly.
There would always be a place to look up to, like say, okay, I won here, and because they don't have anything at all, that means they didn't lose anything, and they didn't even lose money. Because they didn't buy votes. You can see. So it's a big win.
Don't you think in this coming governorship election, do you think Nigerians are getting votes out?
Strategize for the next one. I would always say, if you have good intention, I would say it anyway. If you have good intention, and your good intention cannot win the election for you, then let's win it ugly. If everybody knows how to play ugly games. From this time on to the next election, you should learn that act of playing the dirty way. Then even if you have a good intention to rule well, win ugly, then let us get there and work. Everybody should have the same energy.
Tinubu's victory, take it to court, not straight. Buhari tells Atiku and Obey. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, for winning the 2020 presidential election. The outgoing President Buhari spoke through a statement by his media aide, Gabashew, on Wednesday morning. Buhari said, for a region that has undergone backsliding and military coups in recent years, this election demonstrates democracy's continued relevance and capability to deliver for the people it serves. He said none of the issues registered represent a challenge to the freeness and fairness of the elections. Buhari therefore warned that to go contrary to this path means they are not doing it with the interest of the people, but rather to inflame, to put people in harm's way, and all for personal and selfish gains.
I think Buhari has really gone overboard by saying that the election, what's it called? Like it was free and fair. Like he has really.
I was actually expecting Buhari, when Buhari promised, he promised
deliver free and fair election. Do you think
that means
since 1999 there has been any free and fair election? No hardcore politician would win in a free and fair election contest. None of them can boast of winning. They can't boast of winning because they've already planned all these things that it will be APC versus PDP. That is why it didn't work in the national level. It's because they were shocked with the kind of vote they saw that, okay, this guy is bringing up vote to, hey, why do we stop him? Shut down the server. So the ad hoc staff couldn't upload anymore. And with that way, they'll be able to alter those results. And they said majority of all these results, they were unable to upload it. Then they said, bring it down to the collation center to upload it. Whereby, at gunpoint, they give you another score to record there. So I think it's just somehow. And for President Muhammadu Buhari as well, Even he knows that this thing is not free and fair. But for just to bring peace into the society, if he comes out to say it is not free and fair, then it will throw, there will be chaos everywhere. Because the APC would get angry with him, then PDP, Labour Party, and all other parties too will feel like the president has talked, so now let us cancel the election. But I think he's trying to play safe by saying that the election is free and fair. But no, that is overboard. The election was far from free and fair, because it's when you do what you have promised to do, that is when we can hold you by your word and say, okay, you've done well. But what Inec promised and the provision of the Electoral Act, Inec didn't follow it. It is just like the normal collation where anybody brings numbers and tells you that this is number from my state, then you announce the number outside. So there was nowhere to cross-check and confirm those numbers that they were bringing. So no, President Buhari, it was not free and fair.
Did us bad.
It was not free and fair.
Did us bad. Okay.
Can be using this one to do a damage control, not to instigate or plunge the society into chaos, but to be truthful. Behind cameras, inside his room, he knows that this thing.
Exactly, this thing wasn't fair.
But he knows that Nigerians will just go out, talk for a few days, few weeks, agitate, protest, then we will get tired. He knows it. They understand how Nigerians work. Nigerians, we tend to tolerate things.
Yeah.
We'll just feel like
things like it's normal. Like after some days, they will not say anything. Let's just
we'll not push it to God.
We'll not push it to God. God take control.
God to help ourselves. Let's just play along with the system. If the system is free and fair, let's play on free and fair ground. If it's not free and fair, everybody should learn the act of rigging. Then let us.
Everybody should learn the act of rigging.
Of course.
No.
Oshiomhole said it, that it is someone who knows.
I actually believe Obi didn't buy votes.
See, Nigerians were ready to
all
vote
those
for
votes
Obi.
were so organic. Like it was so organic. Like
of course.
Because almost all like and most of the celebrities supporting Peter Obi, they are like all these young celebrities that can
exactly.
take crowd. Once the celebrities say I'm supporting Peter Obi, that kind of thing.
Even aside celebrity, Nigerians want this change.
Exactly, they want
change.
It. Everyone wants a change.
They want to throw out all the
this government out of the system.
Out of
like
the system.
We are tired of this government. We are tired of insecurity in the country. We are tired of hunger, of kidnappings, of so many things in the country. But then we are back at it again. So,
we're back at it. But Nigerians just, like I said earlier, we tend to push things to God and we tend to adapt. I think that's a very big flaw in Nigeria. There are times that you don't need to adapt to rubbish. Just go out there to say, no, we don't want this one. But we'll just say, okay, let's just move on. And God will help Nigeria. And God will... But regardless, above all, regardless of whoever wins, may the person's administration benefit each and every one of us.
Each and every one of us.
Because we can't just say that, okay, because my candidate didn't win, then the administration will not be good.
No.
Then you just notice that you'll be radiating a kind of negative energy towards yourself. But let's just have an open mind. By the time, even if Labour, PDP or any other party goes to court, if they don't eventually win APC in the court, I think everybody should just do their normal thing, continue their daily activities, and prepare for the next election. Prepare. Know how what's it called? A circle cannot, a square. If the system is like circular form, you have to be circular to be able to enter. If you are like rigid or you are square, you cannot enter. So just watch the system. How can you win? Learn how to win. You have the capacity. You want to lead the people right. You want to do good things, but you have to learn how to win too. Because how to win is a different game. Then what you do after winning is another game entirely.
Oh my God, this is interesting. Tinubu files suit to restrain LP and PDP from halting results collation. The All Progressive Congress, APC, and its presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu, have filed a suit before the Federal High Court, Kano, between the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party from doing anything to stop the collation and announcement of the results of the February 25 presidential election. Both LP and PDP have called for a cancellation of the election over widespread violence, alleged rigging, intimidation of voters, doctoring of the results, and violation of the delayed than electoral process, which was communicated Sorry, please. Which was communicated by the refusal.
Saying the court that they asked you to go to, they've already filed a suit that you will not be able to overturn the result. So this court proceedings and the likes, I think it is even not advisable to
be
just
stressful.
to
Like
even stress yourself.
at the end of the day, you won't get nothing.
You won't get justice.
You won't get the justice that you want.
You won't get the justice.
They are the ones there. In the police force, they are the ones there. In the military, they are the ones there. Everywhere, they are there. So there is nothing you can do in this life, in this Nigeria.
You can only get justice from God. So
just fast.
I think it's just something else. It's really something else when it comes to seeking justice in the Nigerian system that only works for the elite. It doesn't really work for the masses unless the interests of the masses and the elite aligns as at that point in time. But as long as it doesn't align, then there will be problem.
Someone ask something now. So this Naira redesign policy or whatever shit that they brought out, I thought they said it was to like curb votes buying.
Yes, it was to curb votes buying.
I saw a video
it was not to curb electoral violence.
I saw a video where dollar was being shared to some youth corps members.
And they have this money now. They have the money with them. Even in some part of the north, I heard that they didn't give them money. They gave them noodles and what's it called?
They
spaghetti
use
or something.
To exchange 8 years of your life and 4 years of your life.
Well,
it's fine.
See,
it's okay.
It's just something else in the Nigerian system. We realize that even this Naira scarcity, when they were redesigning the Naira note and they were saying that it will curb vote buying. See, if you're thinking an average Nigerian now, within now and next 4 years, don't think like normal person anymore. Be thinking like a politician. Once you start thinking like a politician, you think like them. Okay, they've brought in the Naira redesign policy. They've, stopped the usage of 1,000 Naira and 500 Naira. Now, look at it from their perspective. Would this person want to stop his own person from winning?
Nope.
If you were in his shoes as President Muhammadu Buhari, would you stop Tinubu from winning? No, that was why I didn't believe any of it then. I was just like, this is just like movie.
A joke.
It's now the president was playing good in front of the masses.
Panky.
The people were now feeling like, oh, President Muhammadu Buhari is with us. He's with us. He was never with anybody. Now, after you have seen the electoral malpractice, the results. No, he didn't ask Inec. So at the end of the day, it was the masses who later suffered the brunt of this Naira scarcity. Because after that time, they were saying, okay, they will use it to curb votes buying. You don't expect all these people not to have millions in their homes. They are big politicians. They will have millions. Even if they don't have, if they don't have in Naira, they will have in dollars, which we saw on the election day, as they were sharing dollars to some people.
Dollars, exactly. We have some comments here. Mr. Ido said, welcome to Islamic Republic of Nigeria. Huh. Shitu Amadu said, we are still up to date. Nigeria is our country. Well,
yeah. Regardless of what happens, Nigeria is still our country. And we should just pray that this administration should favor us.
Every one of us.
Personally. Because there's this kind of feeling that I notice in Nigerians. We feel this sense of loss when your preferred candidate does not win.
Exactly. No, it's not about the sense of loss. Like, are we going to continue living in insecurity, banditry, hunger, and all the likes of things like that? Don't you understand? Like, it's not about the loss. Like, Nigerians are actually suffering, which is the truth.
I understand.
And most of these people supporting this particular candidates, they have what they have to gain, which is the truth. And we that we don't have what to gain, we are pained because the hunger, the insecurity is going to continue in the country, which is the truth. Because they have never be responsible for whatever it is that is happening in the country. So imagine them again. Imagine as the president of Nigeria, the same party again that has inflicted on us poverty, hunger, like lack of electricity in the country, and so many other things like that. Imagine as the president again. It's a big loss. Like, it's like I said, we are back at it again.
Well, Tinubu
but we
said
don't
that
know what
time.
the range is going to take.
Exactly.
Or the form is going to take again. Probably it will reduce or it will go up. We don't know.
While Tinubu was campaigning, he said he wanted to bring light to Lagos with the Enron contract or something like that. That Obasanjo stopped him. He didn't allow him to do it. So all the power that he generated, he transferred it to the national grid. So now he will have the advantage. He has all the whole capacity now to do it. So now if he now still refuse to do it, then we would say we can tag him with all other candidates that have maybe failed in the past. Right. But as I said, he wanted to do it in Lagos before. Now you have the opportunity to do it in Nigeria. I don't want to just write him off like that. Because my candidate didn't win does not mean that I would be against or write off any candidate who wins. Now we are all back as Nigerians. Though some people are still feeling, more or less PDP, Labour Party, APC and the likes. Some people are celebrating this Tinubu win as a personal win. Yeah. But don't forget that Tinubu is not your own president alone. He's everybody's president. So regardless of who wins, I think everyone should just support the person and make the administration work. Okay. Because there are some people that would deliberately work against this administration. They would try to truncate their effort and make sure that they don't really take all the accolades. So those people now, everybody should just make Nigeria work, because leadership is followership. If you are doing your own part where you're supposed to be doing it, then it will work. So I think regardless of whoever wins, even in the subsequent elections that we do, once you lose in an election, just see it as a game. And if you still have time and chance to run again, maybe in the next 4 years, prepare. How did this person win? Okay, 1 year, you won here, you won here. From now to the next 4 years, start building your structure. Start building your structure. By then, you'll be able to win.
All right, on the last one we have here is, I commend Inec for credible elections, Tinubu. President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has commended the Inec on the conduct of the 2023 general elections. Tinubu made the calls while giving his acceptance speech on Wednesday, minutes after he was declared the winner of the 2023 presidential election. Recall that the chairman of the Inec, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the winner of the presidential election. The Inec chairman made the declaration on Wednesday at the National Collation Center, Abuja. Tinubu defeated 17 other candidates who took part in the election. He scored a total vote of 8,794,706 votes, the highest of all the candidates, thus meeting the first constitutional requirement to be declared the winner. So there are other candidates. I'm sorry. Like, oh my God, I actually feel for them. Like, we are also focused on Atiku.
Yes, Tinubu,
Peter Obi, and Kwanka. So, wow. How would they 17, feel?
You see, that's why I'm saying that. What do you want those other ones to do? After they campaigned, bought the presidential form with about 100
million naira.
Do you not want them to go and commit suicide or cry? So there are so many. I wouldn't call them losers. I wouldn't call them losers because nobody has lost. I'll call them learners.
Well, even this guy.
It's either you win or you learn.
Even this guy didn't make the shit.
Which guy?
Showore. I'm sorry. I had to.
You say what?
I was expecting Showore's like.
Would you have expected Showore to really pull the numbers like that? I think even
Mr. Demola said, Inec is in Nigeria you to play bet.
See, Inec understands Nigerians very well.
Oh my God.
And once you understand Nigerians, you will know that we are just too tolerant.
Yeah.
We tend to adapt. No matter how bad the situation is, Nigerians will adapt. Okay, now look at the Naira scarcity. Nobody's complaining anymore. Nobody is complaining anymore. We are just like, okay, we will adapt, we'll start doing transfers and the likes. Nobody is complaining. So Nigerians, we are just, dynamic people. We are really, really dynamic. We don't really complain. Even if we start protesting now, in the next few days, we'll get back to our houses, then life goes on. So it's just something else. It's really, it's so bad for Nigerians. And I'm sure, I think some people have been against him now for a while because they accused him of being the presidential candidate of the party, still being the chairman of the party.
The women leader.
I know he's a man now.
He's not the one doing everything.
He's like taking all the major posts of the party. It's as if he even owns the party. So it's something else. When you are trying to become a leader, from the grassroots, you have to start exhibiting leadership traits. You don't take all the posts for yourself. Someone even said yesterday that if he could even take the vice president post for himself, that he would be both the vice president and the president as well.
That's not possible.
It's not possible, but you have to start. And so far so good. He has been attacking different candidates. You won't even know who is supporting or who is against. he attacked Obasanjo, he attacked Peter Obi, he has attacked Tinubu, attacked Atiku. So you don't even understand him when it gets to a point in time. So Nigerians out there, I wouldn't advise anybody to hit the street and protest due to the volatility of Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is just so very volatile now. And some people are out there, some people wants to, cause havoc, by protesting. Though it's normal, it's in the constitution that you can actually, 2, 3 or more people can gather to protest because it is their right. But we all know that Nigeria today, the soldiers will go out there, then they will tag you as
Hoodlums.
an insurrectionist. Hoodlum that's trying to bring...
They won't say they are angry youths. They will term you guys as hoodlums.
As hoodlums. And they will just round all of them up and maybe lock them up or something, or frame them with the crime. So I think the youth out there, Labour Party supporters, should wait for Peter Obi to make a statement, to tell them what next to do.
What if Peter Obi says nothing?
Well, I think Peter Obi would not ask anybody to go violence on his behalf.
I don't think so.
I think if I can predict what he will say, he can say something like, you guys voted for a new Nigeria. This thing is a journey. We've won some seats and we would build on that. By the next election, from now to the next election, we would keep on moving and build more people, get more people on the train, then would come out en masse again.
Okay.
I don't see Peter Obi really, trying to get victory at all costs. I don't see him doing that. And I think at times he really do calculate his chances. Because they underestimated him, and he saw that as a leverage to even amass more votes as well. But now they wouldn't underestimate him anymore. They can't. They can't underestimate him. So now he's a force already. So if he comes out next 4 years,
a force to be reckoned with.
If he comes out next 4 years, I think he would. If he doesn't win, he would delete PDP totally. Because now how many people are putting their trust in PDP? If they are not like loyal PDP supporters right from the start, how many new members are PDP getting? They are not getting any new members. Even their members are now decamping to Labour Party, and they're moving from the APC as well. Though there are some card-carrying members of APC, they wouldn't officially decamp, but their mind is in Labour Party. Their second mind will be like, okay, let me vote for this guy Tinubu because he's Yoruba man. But the governorship election, I'll vote for Labour Party. So it's just division. People are now, being enlightened. So I think it's a big win for Labour Party. It's a very big win for them. They should not see this thing as a loss. Those that have lost, they are AAC, other parties that wasted money, 100 million. There's no small money now. It's not a small money. Even NPP, they didn't even garner up to 2 million votes. After all the hyping, there was a time when they were saying Kwakwanso should deputize Peter Obi, but
imagine Kwakwanso has deputized Peter Obi.
He said something like, the Kwakwansia movement has been like 20 to 25 years. And there are some people actually like the way Obi pulled this kind of numbers. Some people were saying something like, you have to be in politics for like 100 years before you'll be able to pull some kind of numbers. Okay. I was just like, no, it doesn't mean. You can be in an industry for over 10 years and not make waves there.
Exactly.
Then someone comes in, 1 year, 2 years, it will just surpass you. That is life. It is not calculated by how long or how far. It is how well and how the people want you. If they want you, forget, you're good to go. But if they don't want you, you have to rig your way in. So it's just two different things. It's just two different things entirely. All right, so I'm advising everyone out there, just stay calm and listen to the candidate. What the candidate says, that is what we should follow. We shouldn't take laws into our hand. We know Nigeria now. You can't really go outside and protest. Something else might happen along the way. I think there are even some NSAS protesters were just released, I think, last few months. Since 2020, released about last few months back in Oyo State as well. So, and there will still be some people still in detention now that we don't know about. So we should just, continue with our lives. Regardless of who has won, may our families, our personal lives, move forward regardless of who win, regardless. So we've come to the end of the program. Today, we'll be giving you more updates on the election and also on the reactions of Nigerians as well. You can do it to hit the like button, and also share this video. You can share and also subscribe to Flip TV for more amazing content. You can do it to join Christian Chuku on the next program, Bystanders. We will see you again tomorrow. for another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. I am Olajide Olamide.
I am Adini Adiola. Bye for now.
100 naira eko, 10 bus eko.